Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Here with my buddy Glen Kellaway from the basement. This is our second installment of a new series we started where we're ranking top 10 favorite songs of the letters of the alphabet. We did A last week. Obviously, we're on to B this week, a definite challenge. We were talking off screen here about how difficult it is trying to get maybe 50, 25 favorites and narrow it down to 10 without leaving some classics behind. But Glenn, we had we had a great time, first of all, doing A, and we were just convincing about some of the great tunes we left off. But that's the way it's going to be all the way through, you know?
I might have made some changes. I picked Already Gone by the Eagles. Like, I really love that song and everything. But then I think I left off Aqualung, and I'm going, that would have beat out Already Gone in a second. But for some reason, it just never even occurred to me until.
Yeah, we had some good response in the comments. A couple people put Elvis Costello's Allison and Accidents Will Happen, both worthy of being on any list.
Oh, yeah.
You know, this time we can do it. I think B might have been harder for me. I'll be honest.
That's big. It might have been my biggest regret before we started this, and it's coming true, is the fact that I'm afraid of what I'm leaving off and forgetting, because you can't just remember every song that starts with the letter A or letter B, and then all of a sudden after you've done it, you're going, oh, geez.
Yeah. That's why we need our viewers to remind us of what we left off, and we can.
That's right. Yeah, we appreciate that
a little bit. So we appreciate all comments. Please thumbs up the video. It helps us get seen and all that good stuff. So Glenn, take it away. We're going to do the same format just to remind everybody out there. You cannot repeat an artist in the given 10. So
yeah, and no thes or
no
a's or ands or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah. We're going to go 10 through 8, the first 3. We'll do them 3 at a time down till we get to the number 1 and alternate. So you're up.
I'm up. Number 10. I am a huge fan of the early Doobie Brothers albums. The first 4 albums are all fantastic. And if you have those on vinyl, they sound amazing. They were so well recorded. They're great records. And I think my favorite is What Were Once Vices Are Now Habits.
Yes.
And the song Black Water. Oh, Black Water, keep on rolling.
Yeah.
I just love that whole, I got the Dixieland.
Yeah. It's a one-of-a-kind song. I mean, it's so unique. I think.
Yeah. So that's my number 10. Oh, I'm going 3 in a row here.
Yes.
I forgot. Number 9. Number 9. One of the great songs lyrically and musically that Pete Townsend ever wrote, in my opinion, is Behind Blue Eyes off of Who's Next. I bet you Randy Nelson will like me again. He liked me when I picked Astro Weeks. He's going to like me on this one too. But I just think that's just such a beautiful song and great sentiment and lyrically great, musically amazing. Behind Blue Eyes, number 9. Number 8, The Boss.
Yes.
I had originally picked one song and then changed it, going, I think I like this song better. Badlands off of my favorite Springsteen album, Darkness on the Edge of Town. There's a couple other B songs from The Boss that could easily make my top 10, but I only could pick one. So I picked Badlands.
Awesome. That was a dilemma for me. I had 3 or 4 Bruce Springsteen songs that obviously begin with the letter B and had to finalize one of them. So let's jump in here.
Hey, I got one for you. It's a bitch to pick the song. We'll try and come up with a swear word for every.
My number 10 is kind of a mainstream hit back in 1978. Jerry Rafferty's Baker Street.
Oh, yeah.
Off of City to City. Pretty decent album, of course.
It is a good album.
Yeah, I think it's a good album. Rafferty was part of the Steelers Wheel band from a few years earlier, broke off and did this one on his own. Of course, Steelers Wheel had Stuck in the Middle with You, which was big in Reservoir Dogs, a favorite movie of mine. This was a number 2 hit, by the way, Baker Street. It's got a great saxophone towards the end of the song. It really adds a lot.
I love the production in that album, the instrumentation and everything. Yeah. It's a really good album.
My number 9 is Don Henley's Boys of Summer.
Oh, wow.
1984. Of course, Henley, the prominent founding member of the Eagles, and he had a successful solo career here. This is his album, Building the Perfect Beast, which had a few good records, good hit tunes on it. I like Henley as a songwriter and a vocalist. Of course, he's controversial with his opinions sometimes, and he's not a big YouTube fan. He likes pulling his stuff off of there. Co-written by Mike Campbell, of course, of the Heartbreakers.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Campbell laid down the instrumentation, and Henley filled in the lyrics. I like that lyric, too. Out on the road today, I saw a Deadhead sticker on a Cadillac.
Yeah.
You know? Said, never look back. It's about regret and moving ahead with your life and that type of thing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
My number 8 off of Eat a Peach, Blue Sky.
Oh, man, how did I forget that? Now I'm pissed.
One of my favorite songs. Dickie Betts, who unfortunately passed away a couple of months ago. Just a Southern rock classic. Great guitar solo in there. And it's one of the last recordings by Duane Allman before he passed away. I love Blue Sky. It might be my favorite Allman Brothers song.
It's a great song. Great guitar part in there. And oh my God, how did I miss that? That would have made it on my list. There's one I got regret already.
All right, you're back.
We're up to number 7, right?
Yep.
I'm going with the Grateful Dead. Speaking of the Deadhead sticker on a Cadillac from American Beauty, and lyrically, one of the great songs is "Broke Down Palace."
Yeah,
I just freaking love that song. It's
great album.
Yeah, it's a great album, and the song I don't know, it's kind of about dying, laying down by the river, and roll, and it's beautiful, and it's just like a real poignant song, and that's my number 7. My number 6, the Mighty Zeppelin, Led Zeppelin 4, Battle of Evermore.
There you go. Yep.
Oh man, I love that track. Sandy Denny.
Yep.
Great guest vocal on that song. Fantastic. One of my favorite Zeppelin songs. And number 6, my girl Janice. One of the great live performances ever in history. Might be the best one. Catapulted her to superstardom. Ball and Chain off of Cheap Thrills. Her Monterey performance turned her into a star overnight. 1967. And she's my favorite singer of all time, female singer. And I love Janice. And Ball and Chain. This was almost number 1. I kind of kept moving it. I started at number 1 and kind of moved it down. But there it is.
Those are all great Glen Kellaway picks, by the way. I think. Seriously. My number 7 is from Jackson Browne's Late for the Sky album, and it's called Before the Deluge.
Oh, what a great track again. Right.
A great closing track off this album. Mankind destroying the environment and that type of thing. It was used in the No Nukes concerts back in the day. Jackson's a social activist. I think it fits perfectly with this album as well. A great closing track. My number 6 is from the Pretenders, and it is Back on the Chain Gang. I've always loved this song.
I almost picked that one. That was on my list.
I love Chrissie Hynde, first of all. She's a great front woman for this band. It was a single, number 5 on the charts. It was on the King of Comedy soundtrack, and it's dedicated to the guitarist James Honeyman Scott, who passed away from drugs back in the day. So that had to be on the list. My number 5 is a title track off of Band on the Run.
Thought about that one too.
Yeah, popular tune. I wanted to get some McCartney and Wings in here. I like these kind of songs that he's perfected, like the side 2 of Abbey Road with the medley. It has that. It's different songs within a song, if you know what I mean. Uncle Albert, Albert Halsey, and Band on the Run. That style. Paul's the best at doing that, I think. So that's my number 5. Back to you with 4, 3, and 2.
Okay, I told you I had a weird one. I picked out one that no one else is going to pick, but I guarantee everybody loves this song, even though no one's ever going to think about it. It's a TV theme song, but it had a profound effect on my life. Flat and Scruggs, Ballad of Jed Clampett.
What a great pick.
My introduction to the 5-string banjo, which I've been playing for 50 years. Classic. It was a hit. And
That's the one that leads
watch
the
the
show.
Beverly Hillbillies and know
Yeah.
that song?
Story about a man named Jed, kept his family fed, all that stuff. Yeah.
Is there anybody who doesn't know that song that's our age? You
Doubt it.
Yeah.
It's a great one.
Yeah. That's my number 4. Number 3, 2, and 1 were all picked because lyrically they are 3 of the greatest songs of all time. If we just jumbled the alphabet, these songs would be near the top.
Save your number 1. Just do 3 and 2, right?
I'm going to do 3 and 2.
Okay.
Leonard Cohen, Bird on a Wire.
Oh, yeah. I love that song, too.
Like a bird on a wire, like a drunk in a midnight choir.
Okay.
I've tried my way to be free. It just the most incredible lyrics.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that's number 3. It does not get better than that. Another song, so important in its day. I think it's been unmatched. It spoke for a whole generation and said a lot, and it still stands up today, is Bob Dylan's Blowin' in the Wind.
Yeah.
Number 2. So that's my number 2.
I had a hard time leaving that off, but it was under consideration. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
How could it not be? My number 4, Brown Sugar off of Sticky Fingers.
Oh, nice.
I just think this song rocks. It kicks butt. I like the Mick Taylor era of the Rolling Stones. I think he's a fantastic guitarist. Oh, they always had great guitarists, but big fan of that song, Brown Sugar. Number 3, you had a Who song earlier off of Who's Next. I went the other way. I love Behind Blue Eyes, but I went with Baba O'Reilly.
Oh, yeah.
The opening track here, Teenage Wasteland, everybody knows it by that, but it's Baba O'Reilly, inspired by Townsend looking out at the Woodstock crowd. They're all wasted, that whole thing. Great album, Who's Next. Obviously, it's one of the best of all time. And my number 2 is, this is a compilation, Simon and Garfunkel, The Boxer. Made number 2 on my list. Came out as a single, actually, in 1969. Then appears on the album Bridge Over Troubled Water in 1970. It's about isolation, loneliness, very poetic, autobiographical in parts by Simon. The boxing metaphor, everything works perfect. It's a perfect song. So it makes it to number 2 on my list.
Good picks, Rich. Brown Sugar, you get those discussions going, but great opening tracks on albums.
Yeah.
Is that not one of the best opening tracks? I mean, that just sets the stage in that album.
Does.
You just right away, you're just right into it.
You know where you are. You know we're in a rock and roll album, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Great
pick. I never thought about Brown Sugar, but an awesome pick. So my number 1, you said it all. Best song of the Bees, The Boxer. That's my number 1. It's incredible.
Yeah.
It's lyrically brilliant. Paul Simon's just a friggin' genius.
And you never get
the only
tired
guy
of it.
that ever could have beat Bob out on any song. So
No. Well, but yeah, it is a perfect song. You can hear that 50 years, 60 years down the road, and you still have to listen to the whole thing.
Oh, and that whole la la la.
Well, I like that part the best.
Oh.
And that crashing sound they have, la la la. I don't know how they do it, but
you should listen to a version. Jerry Douglas, the dobro player, great dobro player, he did a version on one of his albums, and he did it with Mumford and Sons. They came in and joined him on it, if you know that band. But he called Paul Simon and said, "Paul, I'm going to record The Boxer." And Paul Simon said, "As long as I can play on it." And Paul Simon is on it too. It's a great version of the song.
Cool.
You should check it out.
I will. All right. My number 1, people that know me know where I'm going with this. It's The Boss, the title track, Born to Run. I thought about Badlands. I thought about Backstreets. Great songs. Even Born on the USA got a little played out, but I love Born to Run the best. It's his signature song in my book. Yeah. It's just one. It's the one that put Bruce on the map, really, in '75. Yeah. Time and Newsweek the same month, or whatever it was. he was all of a sudden a superstar. And then, of course, Born in the USA took him to a new level later. But great. We had one match, I think. The Boxer was the only one that we shared this time. Last time we had two. But
if you have a couple here that you wished you could have squeezed into the top 10, give me two.
Let's talk about that.
Give me two.
I'll give you two that I wish I could have squoze in. Well, Blowing in the Wind, you mentioned. That would have been one of them. I like, how about Born on the Bayou by CCR? I love that song.
Yeah.
And the title track of Bad Company. I like Bad Company's Bad Company.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's a good song.
Beginnings by Chicago. How about that? Another classic.
Oh, man. I didn't think about that one.
One more. Yeah. Both Sides Now by Joni Mitchell.
Oh, yeah. Wow. There's so many.
There's a lot. What do you have?
How about this for one of the greatest pop songs ever written? Brown Eyed Girl.
Oh, yeah. That was an obvious one for me, too. But sorry, Randy. I couldn't put it in this time.
Yeah. Black Magic Woman.
Yeah. Oh, my God. I didn't even have that. That's a classic.
Badge by Cream.
Yeah.
Written with George Harrison.
Yeah. They're all great.
Oh, too many.
I even like Barracuda by Heart.
I'm not a Heart fan, so I could leave that one off, but
all right.
I get it how people would love it, though.
It's a
good track.
There's so many.
Yeah.
I encourage anybody out there watching, mull it over, look over your list, put them in the comments. We'd like to see what we missed out on, because we're not even thinking of 50, 60 songs that could have made it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
B's a popular letter, and there's tons of them out there that we overlooked.
Yeah, B was crazy. And I didn't even put a Beatles track on this.
No Beatles tracks.
Yeah.
Next time, maybe, with C. Look for that coming up.
I already got 6 C's chosen. I got room for 4. I got room for 4 more.
Okay. So the series will continue. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We appreciate it. Leave the comments, thumbs up. We want to get people watching these videos and giving us positive feedback, and leaving a list. That's very important to see what you guys think are the best B songs in this case. And next time we'll be doing C, so look for that. For Glen Kellaway, this is Rich Strickler. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Take care.